This evening on CTV, see what happened at the Plant Sciences building yesterday. Plus, Ramcash is experiencing issues, and the Islamic Center of Fort Collins opened its arms to the CSU family. All this and more tonight on CTV. Good evening, Rams. I'm Carson Bush-Jost.
And I'm Carrie O'Connor. Multiple fire trucks and authorities were called to the Plant Sciences building yesterday late afternoon when there were reports of smoke and a bad odor. Turns out that a motor in the air system had burnt up, causing an intense burning smell and smoke in the basement. Pooter Fire and emergency crews arrived to check out the problem. It was cleared within an hour and students and faculty were allowed back in. No one was hurt, and a Colorado State spokeswoman confirmed that there was not a fire in the building.
A 19-year-old man was shot early on Sunday. Residents heard two men arguing and shots fired around 3 a.m. on Sunday morning. Authorities have identified the victim as Jalen Marquise Robinson. Police are struggling to identify the suspect, and anyone with additional information about the shooting is asked to call Crime Stoppers of Larimer County at 970-221-6868. And in other news, Fort Collins police arrested a man for a handful of misdemeanors early Monday morning. He fought a man over a bicycle, hit a woman several times with a skateboard, and smashed a bottle over another man's head, all in the span of a few hours. Police say 29-year-old Eric Scott DuPont started the offenses around 10 p.m., and the police were called around 1 a.m. He was arrested on suspicion of one account of second-degree assault and one account of third-degree assault.
There have been numerous rumors going around about Ramcash not working. Students have reported that their RAM cards loaded with Ramcash are not working for transactions. The RAM card office said that they are having a few issues with RAM card and they're trying to work through these issues. They were not available for an on-camera comment today. If you're experiencing issues with your Ramcash, then you can visit the RAM card office on the second floor of the Morgan Library. And a big congratulations is in order for the city of Fort Collins because they are leading the nation when it comes to healthy living. According to National League of Cities, Fort Collins has received 9 medals for improving access to healthy, affordable food and more opportunities for physical activities.
Speaking of being top in the country, Colorado State is a leading university in sustainability across the nation. One reason why is because of our food waste management in the dining halls, where a new waste-to-energy system has been implemented. Pulping systems in 3 of the 4 dining halls produce food scraps, which can be burnt to create energy for facilities. The Senior Sustainability Coordinator for Housing and Dining Services gave some insight on how much food we've diverted to energy.
Last fiscal year, we diverted over 200,000 pounds worth of food waste by sending it to the Drake wastewater treatment plant. So in combination with that pilot that we have going on with the city, and the composting system out of the Foothills campus, we were up around 92% of our food waste is being diverted in our dining centers.
Now, biking to class is a popular trend here for students at CSU. But many who bike do not follow the many rules and regulations. It's important to remember that if you're biking on campus to stay in the bike lanes, and when passing pedestrians, you must make a clear signal to let them know you're passing. The most common reason why bike police hand out tickets is when students don't stop at stop signs, so make sure to brake when you see one. Skateboarders are encouraged to stay on the sidewalks when they ride, as they could get a ticket for riding in the streets. It's also noted that riding with no hands on the handlebars is illegal, and although riding with headphones in is legal, it's highly discouraged due to how dangerous it can be.
Kappa Delta is working on raising your confidence. This week is Confidence Coalition. It's a campaign to encourage people to keep a positive attitude. They're especially focusing on women working on their self-confidence. The sorority handed out compliment balloons all over campus today, and this is just one effort of the week. They're holding an entire philanthropic event on the plaza on Thursday. Go check it out.
CTV reporters Lawrence Lamb and Sammy Spasato went to the second opening of the Islamic Center of Fort Collins, where they learned about the religion and how the CSU community can get involved.
I'm standing here today at the Islamic Center of Fort Collins, just a few blocks away from the CSU campus. The $2.5 million facility opened last September, and today they're opening the doors to the Fort Collins community and CSU students alike. Today we took a look inside the mosque to find out what their religion is really about and what they're doing to provide information to the community.
Prior to stepping into the mosque, they request that shoes be removed. They want to keep it clean as this is their house for God. Then they perform ablution or wudu, the traditional process of cleaning one's hands, feet, and face before salah or prayer. These areas are separated by gender. This is Munir, a Muslim student performing ablution. He believes there are many misconceptions about Muslims, many of which stem from a lack of communication.
You can come up to a Muslim and even just ask him, you know, like, who are you? Like, what do you believe? And we don't mind at all. We want people to know. We want people to approach us, because if you approach me and have a conversation with me, it's going to be a lot different from understanding Islam from, I don't know, CNN or something like that, coming directly to the source.
The Islamic Center is Fort Collins' resource for Islam, with many translations of the Quran and devoted Muslims who believe strongly about their religion.
That it's a peaceful religion, it's not about violence, it's not about, we denounce terrorism and those kind of activities. So well, we hope that Fort Collins community sees that, because that's not usually seen in the media.
Underneath the iconic dome used to distinguish the mosque sits two seals, one for Allah and the other is a testimony of faith. And with red plush carpeting from Turkey beneath their feet, they begin to pray.
Our main goal isn't to convert. Our very first goal is to teach. And
70% of the Islamic Center is made up of students. But regardless of this number, they welcome anyone to join, and furthermore, welcome any questions. This has been Lawrence Lamb reporting for the Collegian and CTV.
For more information about the Islam Center, you can visit www.icfc.org.
And now Star Donaldson is in the Weather Center.
Hey Star, how's the weather looking out there?
Well, today it was definitely a chilly day. I know I wore a windbreaker to class, but the temperatures now have definitely cooled off from the high of 65 we saw earlier today. As you can see, it's 58 degrees outside right now. Wow, that is chilly. And like I said, a very cloudy day as well. But as I was checking my social media feed, it seemed like people really seem to enjoy the weather. And it looks like the same thing might be true for anyone who is out there, out on the LSC right now. You can see some skateboarders and people just pass it on through. Definitely the temps are gonna get cooler tonight, so you wanna grab a heavy jacket if you're heading to the library tonight, or if you're on your way to those IM fields. The temps are definitely gonna drop, so let's look at our evening planner for tonight. So all over the state, we're actually gonna see definitely some cold temps all down the I-25 corridor in the 40s, over on the Eastern Plains, 34 in Craig and 30 in Vail, looking at 29 even in Gunnison. It's gonna be extremely chilly, and we're definitely gonna feel those fall temps that we've kind of been avoiding for the past couple of weeks. It'll be relatively humid tonight as the night progresses, but throughout the rest of the state, but all the temps are gonna stay low and pretty crisp, like the fall weather as it's persisting. And as we move on, let's see if these temps are gonna stay this way right after the break on your 7-day planner. Carson and Carrie, back to you.
That sounds great, Star. She'll be right back with the full forecast.
And our sportscaster Brett Kennedy will have an update about Michael Phelps and the Rams' victory over Boston College. Stay tuned.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back from the break. All of you out there on the LSC tonight, try to stay warm as those temperatures are going to drop like I mentioned earlier. This is actually one of the coldest nights that we've had in a while. Anyone going out, I know I'm gonna hit the library later, definitely grab a heavier fall jacket. There's no large chance of rain, as I might have mentioned earlier, even though the skies have just looked so cloudy today. The clouds are actually gonna continue tomorrow as we start off our morning. As you can see, at 8 a.m., we are looking at mostly cloudy skies, and then around 12, we get a little bit more cloudy as the day goes on, and then 4 p.m., all we are seeing are just clouds in the sky. There might even be a chance for rain, maybe even thunder. Definitely grab a raincoat if you have late classes. Now let's see how Fort Collins racks up around the rest of the state during tomorrow's highs. So all through the I-25 corridors, we're looking at 60s, 70 in Pueblo, But, you know, still such a cold day tomorrow. These are looking like the lows of last week, Tuesday. So over on Craig, 57, in the Eastern Plains looking in the 50s, lower 60s, things like that. Over on the Eastern Plains, still looking pretty cold. It's going to be a chilly day. We're definitely feeling all of those fall temps right now. So let's see if this gloom is going to stick around for your 7-day planner. So Wednesday, things are still looking rainy. Like I mentioned before, on Thursday, the bad weather might continue. I know I saw like a little chance for a thunderstorm on Thursday, so watch out for that. However, things are looking clear for the rest of the week. After Thursday, looks like your weekend is looking pretty sunny, but still cold. If you go out at night, it's going to be in the lower 40s, and I know, that's a problem for most college students. And on Monday, still going to be chilly, and then Tuesday, we're seeing temperatures that are probably the best that we've seen in a week, I guess. 78 as a high, that's pretty crazy, but we're definitely starting to feel those fall temps now. And we're all the way into fall, you guys. We can't escape it anymore. So, I don't know, Carson and Carrie, how do you feel about this?
I'm excited. I love these fall temperatures. They've been really nice lately.
I love fall.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just found out this morning that Olympian Michael Phelps got arrested for his second DUI. Can you believe it?
It's disappointing. I know he was trying to come to Brazil 2016 for the Olympics. I don't know how that's going to work, but
who knows? It's a bummer to see such a big role model.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
anyway, Brett's here in the Sports Center. Hey, Brett. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, guys. Wow, it was a great week to be a CSU Ram fan. Do you guys like upsets? I do. So does Coach Jim McElwain. The Colorado State football team pulled a shocker last Saturday, beating the Boston College Eagles 24-21 on their own turf. CSU struggled early and was behind by 4 with a minute left. On 4th down, quarterback Garrett Grayson found wide receiver Charles Lovett wide open in the back of the end zone. This proved to be the dramatic game winner for the Rams as they went on by a score of 24-21. Grayson had a gutsy performance in the game. He threw 2 early interceptions but bounced back quickly to finish the day of 27 of 41 passing with 2 touchdown passes. The Rams also got help from their running back, D. Hart. He finished the day with 117 yards rushing and played a huge role in the final drive for the Rams to win the game. Speaking of winning on the road, the Rams volleyball team just continues to crank out the W's. The Rams started conference play last weekend, playing at Utah State and then at Boise State, picking up 2 wins. CSU has now upped their record to a stunning 14-1 this season. The player that I have been very impressed with so far this season is senior setter Deidre Foss. Foss had a whopping 521 assists so far this season and averages 11.33 assists per set. Foss doesn't get the credit she deserves as she has been setting the ball up all season for players like Kelsey Snyder and Jasmine Hanna to get the kills. And breaking news today, Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps is in trouble with the law once again. Phelps was arrested this morning on a DUI charge. K&K, back to you.
We'll be right back with entertainment after the break.
Stay tuned, you won't want to miss it.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
The 19th annual Doggy Olympics took place on Sunday. Hundreds of dogs of all breeds and sizes fetched, ran, and played in City Park. The Doggy Olympics featured a variety of events including frisbee, catch, obstacle courses, and best trick competition. The Larimer Animal People Partnership founded this event to foster the relationship between humans and their dogs. The LAPP is a community organization that promotes the importance of the human and animal bond.
Starting tomorrow at 9 p.m., the Hip Hop Sprue Tour kicks off. Kabbalah Music is hosting talented Colorado artists over 4 days at 4 different locations in Fort Collins. For all the details on where the events are, you can check out Hip Hop Sprue Tour page on Facebook.
Sounds like a pretty good time. Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight, Rams. We hope you have enjoyed the very last day of September.
Be sure and check us out on thecollegian.com. Good night, everyone.